Welcome back. This is day 5 of the playlist called Python Beginner Boost, and in the last video, which is day 4, I have given you an assignment related to guessing the output of a Python script. I hope you all are able to do that. So now on day 5 we will learn about control flow statement, and from the title of the video you can see that this topic is divided into two parts: control flow part 1 and control flow part 2. So in part 1 we will learn about conditional statements, which is if, else if and else, and in the part 2 we will learn about loops in Python. So what are control flow statement? So control flow statements in Python allows you to control the flow of execution based on certain conditions. So suppose you are having some variables, and if that variable has some specific value, then you want to execute certain section of your code, and if the variable has having some other values, then you want to execute the remaining part of the code likewise that. So they enables you to make decision and execute specific block of code repeatedly, as I told you. So in this video we will explore the first part of the control flow statement, including conditional statements. So conditional statements allows you to execute different block of code based on certain condition. The basic structure of conditional statement in Python is like this. So suppose if you are having some variable, let's suppose the value of a variable x is equals to 10. Now you have to use if, because first of all there are three conditional statements: if, else if and else. So first conditional statement should be always if. So if the value of x is equals to 10, so this is the condition. After putting the condition we have to use the colon. So you have to use the colon and then press enter, and you will see after pressing enter there is some space which has been left by the code editor. So this is called as indentation in Python. So whenever you use some like conditional statements or any control flow statements, then Python will automatically indent its code, so it will be easy to read for everyone. So now if x is equal to 10, then we want to print something on screen. So I want to print Python beginner boost. But what if the value of x is not equal to 10? Then what we want to do? Suppose if value of x is equals to 5. So this is another second type of statement. So if the value of x is not equal to 10, then again we want to compare the value of x with some other values. Then we use the elif. So we have used elif, and if it is not equals to 10 and it is equals to 5, then we will need to print subscribe now. Please subscribe now. And the last is else. So if both the top two conditions doesn't match, then what we want to do with our code? We want to print something else. Let's print a condition not matched. Now if we try to execute our code, let me explain it once again. So here the value of x is 10, and here we are writing if the value of x is equals to 10. So here we know the value of x is equals to 10. So if the value of x is equals to 10, then print this statement. But what if the value of x is equals to 5 and it is not equals to 10? Then we need to print this statement. And what if the value of x is not equal to 5 and 10? Then we will print this statement. So let's execute the code and see what will be printed on the screen. Then we will change the value of x and play with it. So let's execute. So I will go to the terminal, new terminal, and we will write Python 3, then name of the file control flow1.py, and let's press enter. And as you can see on screen, Python beginner boost is printed because the value of x is assigned as 10. Let's see what if we assign 5 to x. So if we assign 5 to x, we already know the line number 10 will be executed. It will check if 5 is equals to 10. So it is false. So this line will not be printed. This line will be skipped, and we will go to line number 12. Here it will check x, which is equals to 5. 5 is equals to 5. This condition will become true, and then this code will executed, and this else part will never execute. So let's execute the code, and as you can see, subscribe now is printed. But what if the value of x is not equals to 10 or 5, and it is having some other value like 7? So let's execute this. As you already know, x is having value 7. It will try to compare 7 with 10. 7 is equals to 10. No. So it will return false, and if this value is false, then this line will not execute. Then it will check for line, it will go on line number 12. It will check 7 equals to 5. No, so it will be false. So this line will also not executed, and then it will go to else. So if any of the condition on the top doesn't match, then else will always execute. So condition not match will be printed. Let's execute the code. As you can see, condition not match is executed. Now let's try to write some more condition. I will like comment whole code, or what I can do is let me comment it out firstly, so I can write more code, and you will be able to get it in the file which I will upload on GitHub. I will comment it out, and then when I will push, I will uncomment and push it. So the next part is, you can also use logical operators in this if else statements. So let me explain you. So suppose we are having two variables, or what I can do is I can copy the code, and then I will ask you to like guess the output of this code. So we are having some code on screen. Let me just, yeah. So here the value of x is 10 and the value of y is 5. Now there are some condition. As you can see, there are lots of condition on the screen, but I will break it down and explain it to you. So in the first condition, it is checking if x is greater than 0. So value of x is 10. Is 10 greater than 0? As we already know, 10 is greater than 0. So this statement will be true. And then we are having and. Let's skip and for as of now, and then see if the value of 5 is greater than 0. Yes, the value of 5 is greater than 0. So this statement will be also true, and we know that if both the statements of AND operators are true, then AND operator will always return true. So true and true will all become true. So this statement has become true. That's why print both x and y are positive. So it will be printed on the screen. But let's go to line number 23. We already know this will be printed. But here you see there is one more if statement. So it will also execute. Here we are trying to check some other conditions. So 10 is greater than 5, 10 is greater than 0, it is true. And here OR operator is used. And we know if any of one become true, then OR operator always returns true. So as we know, x greater than 0, 10 greater than 0 is true. So it will never check for the next condition, and it will print this statement. So it will be printed. Now the last is if not x greater than 0. So first of all, let's see x is less than 0 or not. So 10 less than 0, it is false, and we are using not operator. So not operator will always do the reverse of whatever we are having. So currently we are having false, and the opposite of false is true. So this become true, like this condition become true. So line number 27 will execute. So we have found out that all the three statements will be executed or printed on the screen. Let's try to execute our code and see it in action. As you can see, let me make it a little bit big. Both x and y are positive, which is correct because this condition was also true. We have tried to execute it. Then at least one of x or y is positive, as we have checked the OR operator also. And the last one is x is non-negative. And we have executed this, and this was coming as true. That's why the print statement inside of this if statement or if block is printed. So let me see if we are having some more examples. So I am having one more example. So what I can do is I can comment this part. and then paste the next part so you can guess the output of those example, and I can also explain it to you. Let me comment it first. I should see the shortcut for commenting whole code at a time, so it will not make the video bigger or longer. So here we are having, so now we are trying to have condition inside the condition. As you can see, there are two variables, and again, first we are having some condition, and inside that we are having another condition, and also with this condition we are having an else statement, and also with this condition we are having else statement. And now let me explain you this code. So x is equals to 10, y equals to 5. Let's check for the first condition. If 10 is greater than 0, it is correct, it is true. So we will go into this 34th line, which means we will never go to else because the value of 10 is greater than 0. So else part will never execute. Now we are on line number 34. We will check y is greater than 0. So y is having value 5, 5 is greater than 0, correct. So this will be printed on the screen, and we will never go to the else statement, and the execution of this code will stop here. So as we have find out, this line will be printed on the screen. Let's see what will happen. Okay, there are some issues. What just happened? X is greater than 0, correct. Y is greater than 0. Then why it is not printing on screen? Let me clear it. And what just happened? Let me just try to execute it again. Might be we are doing something wrong. So X is 10, 10 greater than 0, correct. And Y is 5, 5 greater than 0, that is also correct. So X and Y are both positive. So I have not saved the code, as you can see. Now let me execute it, and it will print X and Y are both positive. So it will happen with you also. Sometime you will try to see why I am not getting the output, and you will find out that we haven't saved the code. So there are silly mistake which expert developer also do. So that's fine. So let me change the value of X and Y. Let me make it let me make X as 10, but value of Y as -1. So what will be the output of this code? Try to execute by yourself, and then I will explain it to you. I am giving you some time. So I hope you are able to guess the output. Let me explain it to you. So currently value of X is 10. So 10 greater than 0, it is true. So it will never execute the else part. It will go with this part. Now here the value of Y is -1. So -1 is greater than 0. No. So it will not it will return false, so it will go to else. And if the first condition on that block is false, then the next else will always execute. So here it was false, so the next else will always execute. So this was the next one, so this will execute. X is positive, and but Y is not. So as you can see, the value of X is 10, which is positive. Value of Y is -1, which is negative. So let's see if this is printed on screen or not. X is positive, but Y is not. So I will now change the value of X to -10 and Y to -1, and I would like you to like comment the output of this code on screen. So this is the code on screen, and I want you to comment it on the comment box below, or would like to share the output on the social media channels like Twitter or LinkedIn, and tag me so I can check and help you if you are going anything wrong. So that's it in this video. In the next video, we will learn about control flow statement, which are while loop, for loop, etc. So thank you very much, and subscribe.